What's up, DJs and DJs? My name is DJ Mystery from Frankfurt, Germany, coming at you live with another reaction to one of the contestants from the Roc Raida challenge using the track The Unassisted, of course brought to you by none other than Mr. Brawlic Arm, Rob Swift. As you might hear, my voice is a little low, so just to let you know, like, I got the coronavirus. I got tested positive yesterday. Got to stay at home now for a couple of days, and I'm using the time to finish up with the missing reactions to the Roc Raida challenge, the Unassisted. I guess there are only like 4 or 5 missing, so I'm trying to do that. And today's contestant is none other than DJ Mo Drinx. I like that name. I haven't seen anything of Mo Drinx yet, but we're going to do it as always. First, we're going to look at his set, then we're going to check out his routine. I'm going to comment on that. And lastly, we're going to look at the judges' comments on his routine, checking out the total score. And of course, like the individual scores that all of the 3 judges gave Mo Drinx. So let's start with his setup. The angle of the camera in general is good, but I can't really see enough of the turntables. Like, I can't see the turntables themselves. I can see that he got one Technics 1200. I can see that he's using phase. I can see that he's probably using a Pioneer DJ MS9. But like, I would like to see more of like that frame. Like, if Mo Drinx would have tilted the camera a little further down, so like you can see here between his head and the frame of, there is a little space. So he could have tilted it a little down, and thus giving us more of an image, more of a view on what is so interesting is his hands on the turntables. So to my mind, that is so important. Like, if you want to present yourself as a DJ, like, that's the most important thing. That's the bread and butter, so to say. Like, you have to let people see what you're doing, because that's what really is interesting. I like the Brawlic Army t-shirt, no question about that. If you want to check out my t-shirt, this is from my website, Old School DJ Gear. So if you want to check that out on Facebook and on Instagram, I'm doing reviews on all kinds of like old school DJ mixes and all the brands like Vestax and Stanton, Gemini, Eclair, like all the old school mixes that I was not able to afford when I was at that age or when they came out. So I would really appreciate if you click that subscribe, you know what. All right, let's check out his routine. Let's see what Mo Drinx came up with. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention. The second thing, apart from the camera angle, like, there's 2 things that bother me just a little bit. You can see his laptop, but you don't really need to see that in the picture, because that just steals some of the view of the turntable. And that's the same on my right side. Here is another triangle. And that's because of the DJ stand. It's the American DJ event table. It's a really sturdy DJ table that lots of mobile DJs use. I know that. I just saw a friend of mine who has one of those. I personally think they are too bulky, but that's just my taste. And they have these aluminum triangles that you can put into the corners of the stand. Some people put on moving headlights on these, but you shouldn't really do that. You can use that to put your laptop there, like Mo Drinx does. You should not put drinks there, because if they spill, they will guaranteed spill on your equipment. So if you're not using this triangle here on the right, why don't you take it away? I know I'm a little picky on that, but you could have given us a little bit more of a view on your turntables and what you're doing. Anyways, let's check out what Mo Drinx has come up with. All right, really laid back. No hurry to come to the turntables. The infamous intro. Oh, there's something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's not sticking to the 4x4 time frame. Breaking it down, down, with a couple of fills, like that. Nice scratching. Looking at the camera, I like that also. Nice. Good showmanship. Ooh, breaking it down again. There's something confusing me. All right. Let's go back here. Okay. So, what is my impression? I don't know Mo Drinx, so I can't really comment on what he's capable of or what he's not capable of. But I guess by what I see, I think he could have done a couple of more patterns. He did some things that were just like in the 5x4 time frame, not a 4x4. And from what I see, I think he knows more patterns than this. Maybe I'm not sure. And maybe he wants to keep it simple because that is also a means of battling. Keeping it simple and keeping it clean. And he did that to the most part. All right. Anyways, so let's check out what the judges had to say here. There we go. Okay. Total score is 30. Rob, so when it comes to juggling for y'all, I'm a 4x4 time Nazi. Oh, Rob, I hope you never use that word with me because I'm German. I don't know that. I don't like that word. But when Mo Drinx does so, it works. Okay, giving him props. Rob Swift gave him 3.5 on the technicality, 3.5 on the presentation, 3 on the originality. I'm really big on keeping the 4x4 time frame during a juggle because it's the most straightforward way for an audience to sonically keep up with the pattern. Yes, because that's what people know and that's what people expect. The first 20 seconds of Mo Drinx's routine are 5x4. I noticed that in the 5x4 time frame, however. This almost made my head explode. Don't do that, Rob. We need you. But it was also a different approach to juggling, and different means there is an attempt to push the envelope. And also it's actually sounded good. So giving him props again, nice, cool. Kudos for making that work, Mo Drinx. I especially like the contrast from the 5x4 into the next pattern, which is executed in 4x4 time. It was dope to hear Mo Drinx incorporate words into the routine. Yo, what? I like that so much. Because it's not, sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes it's really difficult to make it work. But in this case, it was a nice diss. It was good for the battle atmosphere, and it was executed well. It shows an effort on Mo Drinx's part to study the entire song. So important. When I listened to the track for the first time, I had it on repeat over and over and over again in my headphone. Yeah, just to make sure that I know the song by heart, and that I can find out like all the different parts that I could use, not only in the instrumental part, but also in the vocal part, the vocal track, because that's where you can find those little itty bitty disses that might make it even a little more interesting. That shows an effort on Mo Drinx's part to study the entire song. Not enough battle DJs take the time to listen to a song in its entirety and instead focus on the section of the track that they want to juggle. Yeah, but there's so much more. There might be so much more hidden in a track. The one negative for me is the routine plateaus at about 45-second mark, where the Fuck You Fools juggle works. The energy of the routine flatlines for the remaining time. All right, so we got to talk about that. Like, you have to keep something special for the listener towards the end. Okay, let's go to the 45-second mark. All right, breaking it down. Okay, just a couple of backspins. I like the end though, like that. Fuck you fools for believing in your own hype. I like that because that is a nice diss towards the end. But like that part that comes before, or between 045 and 117, like it could have been something a little bit more spicy. I don't know what you can incorporate there. Like maybe a body trick, or maybe just some different pattern. That would have been nice. Just to make it like to keep something constantly interesting. All right, let's go to Judge Mike C. Technicality 3.5, presentation 4, originality 3.5. Mo Drinx did some cool stuff with the one "fuck you fools" phrase he flipped. I would have liked to see it taken up a notch by freaking a different part right away after that as a follow-up, instead of just ending the routine. Could shorten the "fuck you fools" section if length time limit is a concern. Yeah. Really, that's just what I'm saying. Total score of 11 by Mike C. Mr. B, I like the part you picked to juggle, but I think you could have spent more time in the beginning setting up the mid part of your beat juggle. I like the wordplay too, but I felt when you broke down the lyrics, you could have done something else, such as have a drum beat part on one side of the and the lyrics on the other side of the turntable. I think spacing out the lyrics while juggling could have given your juggle another feel. I do like that you ended the routine going into the final diss. Yes, last point, I agree. And I think it's interesting that you just, like, what you can just do to have something more variant is have the lyrics on one side, have the beat on the other side, and then maybe do a beat juggle. That might have been nice, because then like you stretch out the lyrics. Good point, good idea. So, I hope you like my videos. I hope Mo Drinx is satisfied with what I had to say about his routine. I'm trying to get all the other routines done as soon as possible before the next challenge starts. I think it's the 5th of July, and that is going to be a cut above challenge. So there's lots of scratching involved. Keep an eye on that too. Also, what I wanted to know is, do you think that I should move these reaction videos to another channel, which I would probably call Brolic Reactions? So please, if you watch the video to the end, until this part, drop a comment down below. Let me know if that is something that you would think is good. Have another channel for all these routines, for all these reactions. And then, yeah, apart from that, guys, please stay healthy. Stay healthy, stay good, keep practicing, and see you in the next video. Peace, y'all.